Hi, I'm Elisa and this is Singh Tries. Here we plant, we panic, and we celebrate what survives. I'm not an expert gardener, but I'm just someone who wanted to grow some food, spend some more time outside, and see what happens. And honestly, if everything dies, we'll just recover over winter and try again next year.
In this episode, we'll talk about how to grow potatoes.
Apparently at this gardening session, they said you don't want to bury too much potato with the sprouts because then it'll rot in the ground, and I don't know what it does. I've never tried it. I usually just chuck the whole thing in and it does just fine, but this time I've got two new varieties. So this one's from the store. We've got some russets on this side. I just cut them up and then they'll dry for a day. And then this one's a yellow potato, again, just from the grocery store. Here we've got a different one. That's Earthquake, the cat, popping by to say hello. Yeah, so these ones are starting to green out, but I don't think it matters. At the same gardening session, the guy let us take a couple of potatoes home, and so he gave me this one. It's just one potato. I don't know if you could tell on the camera, but it's kind of got like a pink blush by the eyes. So I'm really curious to see how that'll grow. So I only had one potato, which is the whole reason I'm cutting this up. So I could maybe have more plants. And then he also had this one. I don't know the name of this one either. It's a hybrid that he created. So it's got like a white edge, but otherwise a purple potato. So it's just something he ended up getting. So that's one potato, and I got all those eyes. Way more eyes than the ones in the store. So I'm really curious to see what this goes out. I've grown purple potatoes before. Can't say I love them, but they look cool, and honestly, I just like to grow stuff that looks cool. So we're going to give this one a go.
Each little slip of potato has about 2 eyes on there, sometimes a little bit more, but that's a pretty good amount. Once you've got them cut, let them dry for a full 24 hours. They'll turn a bit black, but you want that scab so no bacteria gets in. That way you get less rot in the ground as well. It just makes for a healthier plant. Then what you do is, in my case, I'm growing them in grow bags. It's my first year trying them. But what you do is you put a little bit of soil on the bottom of the grow bag, not too much. And then I put about 3 potato slips down in a little triangle shape. I want to keep the eyes towards the sky because that's where the plant's going to grow from. So you want that to naturally go up to the top. And because my dirt's a bit dry, I'm going to add water each time I do it. Then I add a bit more soil and I just repeat the process. Now, I had enough slips that I could do about 3 layers. So 3 times I would just rotate it a bit so that they're not right on top of each other. There you see me struggling with the bag and struggling with the water hose, and I'm planting 8 of those bags, and I'll tell you, even by the end I was still doing the same thing, but that's me. So yeah, anyways, you want to rotate them a little bit so that the plants are a bit spaced and then they grow towards the top. Now, just a little bit of soil in between. You want to give enough space that the plants can grow their potatoes out, but not that much that they are too close to the surface either. Potatoes that go on the surface or grow on the surface will turn green, and because it's a nightshade, you do not want to eat those. That'll give you an upset stomach. So very important that you bury them deep enough. These grow bags, I got them on Amazon. They have a little pocket on the front. I don't know how well that'll do, but apparently it's so you can go in and you can steal a couple of new potatoes as they're growing without having to pull up the plant. I don't know if I'll do that. We'll see. I do love a good new potato. Their skin, when it's not on there, oh, it's so good. Okay, here's what I did with the leftover cuts of potatoes that weren't used for the plants. I'm going to make like a potato pancake. This is like our brunch situation. So take the cut-offs, grate them up nice. Do that to all of them. They'll be a bit wet, but that's okay. Just be careful, don't cut your fingers. It wouldn't be the first time that happens. And then it's very important that you squeeze, well, pretty much all the liquid out. So you can see, I mean, obviously there's liquid still in, but most of it is going to be gone. You're going to do that to the whole pile. And then all you need to do is add salt and pepper. And you're going to fry it up. Use your spatula to kind of form a little bit of a round shape. Makes it a lot easier to flip them. Put them on parchment paper that's on a plate, and then it's super easy to flip. Serve them with some sour cream stuff, fried egg, and some chili crisp, and it's delicious. Now, I have to show you this. So, in the morning, nothing was growing. I was starting to wonder, like, what's happening? Am I just a lousy gardener? Which is probably true too. But by afternoon, all these radishes had sprouted up. How exciting is that?
Even if I do nothing else right, this is a success story.
Tune back in next time and let's see what other garden stuff I get up to.